we are cooking up some native dishes. Our Lloyd Allen is in the kitchen.
Good morning, we're here at Manuelos again, and we're going to be walking you through a down-home breakfast, Bahamian stew fish, boiled fish, and stew lobster with Chef Emmanuel Gibson. Good morning, Chef Gibson. How are you?
Good morning, Lloyd. How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm hungry.
All right. Welcome to Manuelos. So I just want to introduce Sean. Okay. Sean will be assisting us today.
What's going on, Sean?
All right.
Awesome.
All right, so let's get started. So first of all, we're going to do the stew fish first. This is something that, most Bahamians like on a Saturday and Sunday. So this has been a part of our tradition for a really, really long time. So,
definitely.
All right, so first of all, we got a nice rondo pot going on.
Okay.
Just a little bit of oil.
All right.
We're going to get it nice and hot. So we have the onions.
All right.
And Sean. So I'll let you do that, Lloyd. You can go ahead and add the onions in there.
Add all of them?
All of them.
Okay. All right, something nice. Good stuff.
Yeah. Add the celery. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get that caramelized. You just want it to cook until it's nice and brown.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic.
Right.
I know a lot of persons don't like garlic, but garlic really brings out the
Oh,
flavor.
no, you go ahead and add that garlic.
Food.
Good stuff.
Garlic. So we're going to do 2-3 things at one time.
Awesome.
Right? So we get the pot on going on for the boiled fish.
Okay.
All right, so
we have some more onions here.
yeah, this is going to be used for the boiled fish.
Okay.
All right, so just go ahead and put that in the pot.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so we're working on the boiled fish. We got the stew fish looking good. We're just going to fry that out nice and brown. You want to give me the grouper? Bahamians really like it spicy, so we're just going to add a little gold pepper mixture onto the grouper. Some sea salt.
Kosher sea salt.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Bahamians like it either from Inagua or Canada salt fresh. So we're going to let that sweat.
Uh-huh.
We're looking good. Just stir the onions. You just want to put a little more stir on that. Let's get a little more heat going.
Awesome.
So while we're doing that, we're just going to rest the fresh grouper right on top of the onion.
And I imagine these are, of course, are pre-seasoned.
They're pre-seasoned.
All right. So what's some of those special ingredients that someone should be aware of?
Fresh gold pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Get some nice lemon, and then also the sea salt. So looking good on that. We just want to go ahead and add some hair to the broth. This is where all the flavor is.
Good.
When you're making boiled fish.
Right.
All the hairs have all the flavor. So you want your broth to be really light, clean, and flavorful.
So breakfast is an important meal of the day. I know here in Manuelos, that's a big part of what you do as well.
Yeah, certainly. On Sundays we do a really mixture of Bahamian breakfast as well as some international flavors. All right, this is the brown flour that we browned up for the stew. This is an important part of the preparation for the stew fish. This is mainly some of the flavors going to be. So it's important that when you brown the flour, you brown it up really nice and brown, not to burn the flour. So that's important. So we're going to add that coming up soon. Put some tomato paste in there.
Right here?
Right in there.
Okay.
That's a spoonful. Give me that. All right, looking good. Looking good. So we're working 2 things at one time. We got the boiled fish on. We got the stew fish looking good. So breakfast is going to be ready very soon. Yeah. So what about 2 little bay leaf in there? Now for the boiled fish, we just want to use as little water as possible.
Tell me why.
Because we want the broth not to be too loose. We want it to be really flavorful.
Okay.
And so it's important that we add the right amount of water.
Just enough.
Just enough. Most times I've saw persons make stew fish, and what they do is they brown the fish in the oil. So what I did, I browned the flour naturally, so I will end up using less oil as possible. So we get a cover for the boiled fish. It's important that we keep that cover.
All right, so I'm getting some cake at the bottom of my pot.
That's looking good. I just want to talk about this process.
Go ahead.
That brown flavor that the brownness that you see at the bottom of
The
the pot,
juiciness.
yeah, that is where the color is going to come from for our stew fish.
Okay.
And along with the
Flour.
flour, yeah. So you can go ahead and add there 3 teaspoons of that.
3 Bahamian teaspoons or?
3 teaspoons of the flour.
Okay. 1, 2.
So we're looking good.
Do you want to stir this in?
Stir it around. Stir it around, looking good. Add the water. Now at this point now we want to use
Oh, yeah, I see it coming together.
we want to use the whisk. So go ahead and use that.
And so those of you in TV land, definitely, the flavor is definitely coming out at this point. We're about five or 7 minutes in, and the thickness, as you can see there, is really coming out with this dish. And it's, again, a nice Bahamian start to your morning.
We have the fresh grouper. So what we
Oh, can we just eat it just like that?
no, it's not. It's supposed to mess up this breakfast, man. So what we did was we seasoned it, goat pepper, sea salt,
Okay.
and then we're gonna go ahead and once the broth is at the right consistency, at the very last minute we're gonna drop in the grouper into the pot, add the grouper to the pot, and that's gonna impart some of the flavors to the broth. And then we have a little sachet of fresh thyme.
Thyme.
Go ahead and drop that in the pot. Yeah.
Nothing like some good old times.
So in the meantime, let's check on the boiled fish. Give it a little more heat.
All right.
So we're working 2 things at one time. We're gonna go ahead and add the goat pepper right there. We're gonna go ahead and add 3 bay leaves. And so for the stew lobster, I'm just gonna go ahead and start that. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna use some of this broth to enhance the lobster, because you know lobster is a more delicate meat item. We don't want to overcook it too long. So we need to have the broth prepared in advance, and then we go ahead and add it to the lobster. Sean, so let's I'm gonna let you go ahead and assist me, Lloyd. Give me the lobster. Just season the lobster with a little garlic. Salt. We don't want Sean to mess up this preparation now, so we got to watch him.
Sean, if you mess it up, it's going to be a problem. I'm going to let you know now.
We're going to go ahead and put a little oil in it. Okay, Sean, put the lobster in.
You know, like on some of those other cooking shows, they talk a lot about put a little butter in it. You didn't talk a lot about butter this morning. I see we have it here.
Bahamians, we grow up a couple things. We grow up lard, and we grow up vegetable oil. And so this is what we're using today, you know. So what Sean is doing now is getting the lobster seared, and we're going to take some of this broth, and we're going to share this with the stew, as well as the lobster. We'll just check the consistency at this point. What you want is you don't want the stew to be too thick. You want it to be really a light consistency. So I'll just use the back of the spoon. I just wanted to really coat the spoon and really, that's where I can judge and see if it's at the right consistency.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, where are we at with this?
I think we're almost there now. We just got to taste. We got to check the flavor. We're not going to go ahead and season it too much because we already have the fish seasoned. We have the lobster seasoned. And that is going to also impart some of the
flavors. Yeah.
We're going to now take some of the broth and just pour it over there.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we already started the broth and we don't want it to be the lobster to overcook. So what a nice breakfast. Stew lobster with grits, all right? So you can't make stew fish without potatoes, all right?
Wow.
You need potatoes, you need some starch. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put just the white potatoes into the boil. For the stew, what I did was I went ahead and I pre-fried the potatoes to give it a little color and also develop a nice flavor too. So you're gonna add half in the stew.
Half of this. Okay.
All right, so just go in and stir that lightly.
Lightly, yeah.
Lightly. So I'm gonna go ahead and half in the lobster. So once again, let it simmer. We go ahead and look at the lobster. It's really looking good. The consistency of the broth is really nice. So that's important. Once the potato is done, then we're gonna go ahead and it's ready to go. Get the pepper in each pot. This is the goat pepper. We're gonna add a half a teaspoon.
A tingy mingy little bit.
Half a teaspoon there. Half a teaspoon more.
So again, we've tasted the food. It's awesome. So if you have some free time, check out Manuelos. It's right here in Village Road area, and it's a great way to get your morning started. Reporting for the morning edition, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.